Hi and welcome to this episode number 2 of N2TNTV. I'm Gregory Donaghy. In last week's episode we told you about ICANN and the price to get yourself one of those new dot whatevers. We told you the price was $185. Well, unfortunately, or fortunately perhaps, we were wrong. It's not $185, it's $185,000. This brings or sheds a whole new light onto the situation, one that I'm pretty happy with actually. Not everybody, certainly me, has $185,000 to throw away on a dot whatever. This makes it a little bit more exclusive, and quite frankly, I'm a little happier with that. In this week's episode we're going to be taking a look at Jolly Cloud. If you haven't heard of it, you will. It's brilliant. We'll also be taking a look at how we fared out on Google Voice search, even. I can tell you now it wasn't very good. And we'll be making a plea to Revision 3. I'm delighted to tell you that I spend the majority of my time perusing through the internet. Or I would be delighted to tell you that if it were true. But I do get the chance to peruse the internet on a regular basis. And quite recently I came across something rather special. Jollycloud.com, JOLICLOUD.com, is a web-based application. Now, I first came across it last week, but it looks like it's been around for perhaps a year or two. Jolly Cloud, as I said, is a web-based application that runs from your internet browser. If you don't know what an internet browser is, as many people don't, it's the thing you use to view the internet on. If you've got a Windows machine, chances are you're viewing it on an Internet Explorer browser, and Jolly Cloud doesn't work in it, which is a good reason to change browsers. Jolly Cloud works particularly well in Google Chrome. It also works just as well in Firefox 4, and it's said to work in Safari. It's also due to be released sometime in the future for iPhone and Android. So what is it? Well, it's a place that stores bookmarks. It's a place that introduces you to new services on the internet. It's a place for you to personalize your own internet. Take a look. Jolly Cloud works best in either Google Chrome, Safari or Firefox. As I said, it doesn't work at all in Internet Explorer. It is a web-based application that allows you to bookmark sites and services on the internet. It comes with hundreds, if not thousands, of pre-installed sites that you can choose from, and it also allows you to choose or create sites yourself. You can also connect it with your Google Docs or your Dropbox, and because you can sign in with your Facebook, it means you can access it from any computer. Of course, you cannot access your own computer's contents remotely, which is not such a bad thing. All in all, Jolly Cloud is ideal. I'm surprised that I hadn't heard of it beforehand. I will be using it. In fact, I've set it as my home page. I would have liked to see the icons being a little bit smaller, but there you go. If you're a user of Google Search, then you may have noticed some changes of late. Excuse me. This is Google's way of, I suppose, mingling in again. Google have slightly redesigned their search page, the search home page, and the search results page. And quite frankly, I like it. It adds a little bit of color, and to be honest, if someone had told me that they were going to add those colors to that page where it was, and if I had visualized it, I would have said, no, I don't think that's going to work. But it does. This leads us nicely on to Google Voice Search. We couldn't get it to work. We even switched off our experimental status with Google +1 and switched on our experimental status with Google Search. Voice Search even. Why can't I get that right? But we couldn't get it to work. There was no little microphone icon. We read into it a little bit deeper and we established that it only works in American English, and we were even prepared to put on an American English accent. But we couldn't get it to work. So if you happen to know how to get this to work, would you please let us know at hello@N2TNTV.com or media@N2TNTV, because we really would like to get it to work. On my session of perusing through the internet or wandering through the World Wide Web or surfing the super information highway last week, I can't think of it anymore, I came across YouTube Edu, which quite honestly I never knew existed. YouTube Edu has over a dozen different categories even, one of them being English, for you to peruse, for you to explore, with contributors such as MIT and Open University. And we came across this video on the Open University channel or page, and we thought, well, we'd share it with you.
The History of English in 10 minutes. Chapter 3, Shakespeare, or a plaque on both his houses. As the dictionary tells us, about 2,000 new words and phrases were invented by William Shakespeare. He gave us handy words like eyeball, puppy dog and anchovy, and more show-offy words like dauntless, besmirch and lackluster. He came up with the word alligator, soon after he ran out of things to rhyme with crocodile. And a nation of tea drinkers finally took him to their hearts when he invented the hobnob. Shakespeare knew the power of catchphrases as well as biscuits. Without him, we'd never eat our flesh and blood out of house and home. We'd have to say good riddance to the green-eyed monster, and breaking the ice would be as dead as a doornail. If you tried to get your money's worth, you'd be given short shrift, and anyone who laid it on with a trowel could be hoist with his own petard. Of course, it's possible other people used these words first, but the dictionary writers liked looking them up in Shakespeare because there was more cross-dressing and people poking each other's eyes out. Shakespeare's poetry showed the world that English was a rich, vibrant language with limitless expressive and emotional power, and he still had time to open all those tea rooms in Stratford.
And finally, revision3.com. This is our plea to Revision 3. If you haven't heard of Revision 3, you can check it out, as I said, at revision3.com, the number 3. You'll find that it houses many different type of internet television programs, ranging from technology to design. It's actually really good. But this is our plea, and our plea, well, there's many motives behind our plea. One is that we'll probably end up with more than 3 viewers, who incidentally are the crew. I'm very quiet. But that's not the main reason. The main reason is, in fact, the powers that be don't allow us a lot of time to get this program up and running. The powers that be, well, put it this way, we promised a weekly episode. This is our 2nd episode, and it's already a week overdue. It's turning out quite fortnightly, isn't it? We believe that should we get onto Revision 3, they might take us seriously. Not Revision 3, we hope they take us seriously, but the powers that be. Allowing us more time to develop this, to deliver more content. So here's our plea to Revision 3. Poetry, it's just beautiful, isn't it? Let us in, please. We won't disappoint. Until next week, goodbye.